Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Becca and today I'm going to be telling you about my mess of a life. And I'm feeling... Okay, so actually today I'm going to be doing like a little story time. I also wanted to vent a little. You know, I want to stir the pot. Murphy will be joining me in this video. You can't really see him, but he's right here. Right there. In this video, basically, what I want to talk about, let's get comfy, is this week, the horrible week I've had and what happened, and just a little story time about that. Okay, my little cat Sansa, you know, I have Murph, and then I had Arya, and then I have Sansa. She's the littlest cat. She's only about 11 weeks old. Maybe 12 now, so she's about 3 months old. She is really little and she's already been sick once. She just had like a kitten sickness, you know, they like sneeze and stuff. But this week she got sick and I took her to the vet. She had a little bit of like a little pink around her eye. Figured it was just pink eye. Wanted to go into the vet to make sure, you know. And then yeah, so I went to a different vet that I had never been to before. I have been to 2 vets at around Campbell before. I'm not going to give names because I have been to 2 vets and I really like them, but the vet that I would normally take Sansa to wasn't available to get her in that day, and her eye was really bothering her. She was like pawing at it. So I decided to go into a walk-in, just like do a walk-in appointment at another vet that I had really good reviews. So I was like, yes, let's go. I'm gonna get her medicine. She's gonna be all better. Like, the medicine will work. So I took her into this vet. I was a walk-in, but they said that walk-ins, like I called them, they were like, you can do a walk-in, like you don't have to have an appointment, it doesn't cost anymore. I was like, cool, but it was a longer wait. So I went in. I probably waited about half hour, no big deal. I got in there. The vet did a exam, but really all he did was pick up my cat, put the little light in her eye, and then basically I told him that I was going to order some medication off of Chewy because Chewy Pharmacy and their stuff is discounted, and he basically chewed me out about that because I'm sure that there are very valid reasons, but after I told him I was going to order off Chewy, the appointment pretty much went downhill from there. There were some other concerns that I had about her that were not addressed, and it just seemed like maybe maybe all of the issues were because of her eye. So he gave me some eye ointment and sent me home, and I came home and put the eye ointment on her, and her eye swelled up like 3 times the size as it was. She couldn't even see out of it, like it was so swollen. And I called them and I was like, hey, I put that ointment on her, she's not reacting well to it. And he was like, oh well, sorry, we're closing. I've never had that happen before, don't really know what to tell you. Put a warm washcloth on her eye. And so I was like, can I give her Benadryl? Like, should I go get a collar so she won't, you know, like an e-collar so she won't scratch at it? I didn't really get any answers from them. So the next day, the second time I put the ointment on her, same thing happened. Her eye swelled up, and so I took her in the next day, and I told them I wasn't very happy with the whole situation. I told them basically that I felt like I was being, I don't know, like all my issues weren't addressed. So they did some more tests on Sansa and found out that she actually had basically a kitty cold and some other issues, and also her eye, like she has pink eye. So they gave her more medicine and then sent me on my way, and I was super excited. I was like, okay, yeah, she's gonna be on more medicine, like she's on an antibiotic, it's gonna work, she's gonna be good, I don't have to think about this awful day anymore. I came home, I gave her the medicine, they told me to continue with the ointment on her. The reaction was just a fluke, and so I did that, and her eye got I mean, she didn't like it. Every time I put it on there, she didn't like it, but I mean, cats don't like when you put stuff in their eye. Nobody does. So yeah, so that night, can I just, okay, I'm gonna like go a little off topic. This isn't about my cat, but that night I was cooking French toast. I had a really bad day, like thinking, I was really upset about the whole thing. I wanted her to get better. I felt bad. I knew she was in pain. Her eye looked awful. And then I had to go back. I mean, vets aren't cheap, so, you know, paying a lot of money. And came home, really stressful day. Didn't get a workout in, which was really disappointing because workouts tend to, you know, like help you with your stress and everything. But yeah, I was cooking French toast, and one of the pieces of the toast burnt, so I like went outside the back door because I live right by the woods, and I flung the toast into the woods that was burnt because I was like, oh well, some animals can have it or whatever. I don't want the smoky smell in my house, so I just like threw it out into the woods for some animals. I don't know if that's bad. Don't bash me for that. I thought maybe a deer would eat it. I don't know. Anyway, so I turn around, try to get back in the house, and the screen door locked behind me. Keep in mind it's like 32 degrees outside, and I'm like barefoot. I had socks on, but it was raining, like, so my socks were wet. Yeah, so it was really, really cold, and I was like, I'm locked out of my house because I had already locked the doors for the night. And I had to run over to my neighbor's house, whom I've never talked to, and knock on her door and was like, I don't have my phone, the stove is on, there's food cooking, my animals are in the house, and I'm locked out of my house. So she got her phone. I went to their house because I was freezing, and we called the fire department. That's basically, that happened. So it was super stressful. Got back in the house, everything was okay. House smelled awful, but you know, everything's okay. The door had actually, like, there's a screw that it didn't really lock. I mean, I couldn't get in it, but there's like a screw that came up and just like got caught on the door, so I couldn't get in. So that's basically what happened. I'm literally never, I know I shouldn't have left the stove at all while something was cooking, but the toast was cooking really slowly, so I was like, I'm okay, I'm gonna go throw this one over. Yeah, I'll never do that again. So yeah, but anyways, this morning, well, yeah, this morning I woke up and I took a look at Sansa's eye, and it looked worse, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give her another treatment ointment. If it looks about the same, I'm going to be calm and not go to this vet because I'm not like super happy with it anyway. I'm upset. But then I gave her the ointment, and about an hour later, her eye, it looked terrible. So I'm obviously super upset, and I call the vet and I'm like, I'm coming back. So today was my third day at the vet, and they were obviously like super annoyed with me, but I was obviously like super annoyed too because my cat is having an allergic reaction to medication, and it wasn't really taken seriously. So now she's on a different medication. We're gonna see how it turns out, guys. Hopefully she's on eye drops now, and also pain medication because she's in obvious pain according to the vets, which, I mean, like, gosh, it just makes me feel so bad. But hopefully she's feeling better. She is up and stuff, so, but her eye just looks awful. Yeah, so I know a lot of this isn't really the vet's fault, and they can't like know that my cat's gonna have an allergic reaction to a medication. Hopefully Sansa's better tomorrow. I'm hoping so because I cannot take another day of her in pain. Actually what I'm gonna do is like give it a little bit more time. The eye drops I already gave them to her once, so she seemed to react fine to them, so I'm just gonna give it a couple days before I even like think about calling the vet, because your girl can't take it. I can't do it. I hope you liked that story time. I know it's a little, I don't know, if you people don't have like animals or whatever. I mean, my animals weren't babies. I don't have any children yet, so they are my children. And I might be being dramatic, but also it's really hard to be here alone without Nick, not knowing if he's gonna be mad that I took the cat to the vet 3 days in a row, but Nick is not mad, and he said do whatever you have to do to get Sansa healthy. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that story time. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you like this like story time setting, let me know. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.